BMW X2, new model 2024 M35i and sDrive20i. The price of the 2024 BMW X2 starts at $42,995 and goes up to $52,395 depending on the trim and options. BMW claims the M35i xDrive is good for a launch to 60 miles per hour in 5.2 seconds. After test driving it in Europe, we think it can do far better than that and estimate it will hit 60 miles per hour in just 4.4 seconds. With 296 bhp and 295 pounds FT, the M-Performance-tuned M35i ought to have the best shot of making up for this from an emotional perspective. And since you can't see the illuminated grille from the inside, let's climb in and get cracking. Compared with the original, it is much swoopier, but also bigger in every dimension to the point where it's even 54 mm longer than the BMW X1 it's based on. So despite appearances, it is actually more practical than before too. This time round, the second generation X2 mimics the shape of the bigger BMW X4 and BMW X6 while growing in size. It's 54 mm longer than the X1, so the rest of the family can fit in without resenting the buyer's purchase decision. The platform is shared with, among other things, the latest Mini Countryman, which makes this M35i version an interesting comparison to the Countryman JCW. The BMW X2 offers a choice of two petrol engines, both of which come with a 7-speed automatic gearbox. The entry-level sDrive20i produces 168 bhp from its 1.5-liter engine and officially takes 8.3 seconds to get from 0 to 62 miles per hour. Power is sent via the front wheels and you get mild hybrid assistance to help bolster performance and fuel economy. If you fancy more punch and four-wheel drive, there's the 296 bhp M35i, with an official 0 to 62 miles per hour time of 5.4 seconds. The power delivery is smooth and the automatic gearbox changes gears in a slick manner, but it doesn't feel as quick as the performance figures suggest. The engine doesn't rev particularly quickly, giving the sensation it's having to haul a heavier car. Note that the second generation X2 is not available as a plug-in hybrid, PHEV. Interior. Before we continue talking about the interior, we would like to ask you to subscribe our channel and give us a like to help growing the channel. You will also find more links about other cars in the description of this video. The inside of the new X2 looks a lot like the boxier X1 AS, but with a touch less headroom and cargo space. The design is modern and tech-focused, with a floating center console dividing the two front seats and sporting a toggle switch for a gear selector. A large cubby beneath the console is roomy enough for a small bag, and a bin at the bottom of the dash is perfect for stashing your smartphone. A wireless smartphone charging pad is located there in some models. The M35i wears a racier design with available sports seats that can be wrapped in leather or a combination of leather and faux suede. The rear seats can be folded in a 40-20-40 split and can accommodate up to 51 cubic feet of cargo space while folded. Remote start and heated front seats and steering wheel are both optional. The steering wheel has lots of adjustment for both reach and rake, and you can move the seat in several planes. Electric adjustment, including for the lumbar support, is an option on all trim levels. Sports front seat standard on all versions provide plenty of side support and come with grippy suede-like material to hold you in place when cornering. You don't have as clear a view over the dashboard and bonnet in the X2 as in the Mini Countryman, but forward visibility is still pretty good, helped by relatively thin windscreen pillars. However, with small side windows, a narrow rear windscreen and chunky rear pillars, the view over your shoulder and out the rear is compromised. Thankfully, Front and rear parking sensors and a rear-view camera are standard on all models, while a 360-degree camera is available as an option. Rear seat passengers will most appreciate the larger dimensions over the previous generation X2. True, the amount of headroom available isn't as generous as in an X1 or Mini Countryman, but a 6FT occupant will have just enough clearance for their head, which is better than having it buried into the roof lining as you would in an Audi Q3 Sportback. There's plenty of leg room and space for feet under the front seats to stretch out, making it slightly more accommodating than the electric version, the BMW iX2, with its raised floor to accommodate the battery. You can recline the backrest to boost comfort, although a middle occupant won't want to spend too much time back here due to a big hump in the floor robbing them of foot space. With boot space increasing by 90 liters over its predecessor, with the rear seats up, the X2 has a 560 liter. It should have little trouble swallowing a large buggy or enough luggage for a weekend away. Infotainment. Every X2 comes with BMW's large curved instrument panel display. The 10.3-inch portion of the display is the gauge cluster, showing speed and other driving info, while a 10.7-inch sister screen illustrates infotainment controls. The system has a plethora of configurability, arguably too many than necessary. But this gives every X2 wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capability. A wireless smartphone charger is standard on the M35i xDrive and available with the optional convenience equipment package for the xDrive20i. A powerful Harman Kardon sound system is available as part of the premium equipment package, adding more thump in the X2's trunk should your playlist require it. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe our channel and give us a like to help growing the channel. You will find more links about other cars in the description of the video. See you on the next video.